Hey everybody, my name's Annette. Welcome to my channel, Every Box Matters, where I want to encourage you to pack a shoebox for Operation Christmas Child and share the love of Jesus with kids around the world. Today I'm going to show you how I have my shoebox stuff organized at home. Sarah on Gulky's Limited Adventures showed her basement the other day and how it's all set up, which is amazing and a dream place to have all your shoebox stuff, and said, how do you do yours? So I thought I'd show you what I do here at home. The first thing I do when I go shopping is bring my stuff into the study and pile it in here. And then as I get to it, I'll take a bag and work on processing it and, taking off tags and out of packages. And I usually do that in the living room. So here in my living room, I sit on the couch and work at the coffee table and do projects. Right now I have stuff left over from Bible school. We had extra ribbon and rings, and so I'm making more ribbon dancers, and they're down there just to add more for boxes for the church, or for the church boxes. And we did bead kits over here, so we had run out of string, so I got some more string to add to those so that we could have plenty of string and beads and the instructions. So anyway, step 2 is processing stuff through the living room. And this is my trash can for all the stuff that we, packaging. Okay, and then I store things in these red totes at the top of my closet. Each tote is labeled the age and gender, boy, girl, and ages. So that's the first stop. And then once these totes are filled, I go to the next thing. The next stop is banker boxes, and right now they are hiding behind this chair. And actually some are missing because I've been working on my boxes, but it makes a nice tall column back here behind the chair in the corner of my bedroom. And even down here on the floor are my, those are some extra stuffed animals, but I put the pencil kits and hygiene kits into great big giant Ziploc bags like that. These are overflowing, and threw them behind the chair until they couldn't fit, and now they're just in front of the chair and by the window. So these are some boxes that would be behind the chair too, but I've been working on them to make my shoe boxes. So these are the boys 5 to 9s and 10 to 14s that I've done, and even a girl 5 to 9 down there. And then a red tote from the closet, because right now I am currently working on the boys 10 to 14. I've already done 10 of them, and I've got at least 10 more I want to do. So those are my main things that I shop for, and for each age group, and it's all divided up. Now over here in the corner, I have piles and bags of extra large stuffed animals. When I was doing my Valentine shopping, I got really good deals on these huge animals, but they'll fit in a box, but I just put them separate. So I will make my own little separate boxes just for those giant stuffed animals, and they had a blanket with them. So I'll do one box with the blanket and one with the stuffed animals. So that's just kind of what those are. Yep. Oh, and here are the boxes. I've done these so far and I already took 20 other ones to church, but that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So that was a quick tour of how I have all my Christmas shoebox stuff organized. I also forgot to say each one of those banker boxes is labeled specifically boy, girl, and which age group. And so when I shop, I just put things in each category where I think it needs to go. Since this was a quick tour, I've got time to pack some boxes, and I'll show you what I'm doing right now with the 10 to 14s. I'm going to do like 6 at a time and show that to you. Okay, so what I'm doing today is 6 boxes at a time. Here's what I've done so far. I've gotten a notebook for each one of them, my hygiene pack for everybody, which is the utensils, washcloth, toothbrush, comb, and chapstick. And then everybody has their school supply bag, which for 10 to 14s, I do colored pencils. I have 5 pencils, some erasers. I do scissors, glue, sharpener, a highlighter, and a glue stick. For, I know anyway, I'm big on scissors. For my personal boxes, I will give scissors to every age and every child because scissors are very handy, very useful. I use them all the time. There's one in every room in my house. So, oh, and I also had these nail kit stuff that I put in every pile. So next, I'm going to go through these tubs. This one's 10 to 14. And then this one and this one and this one are for my 10 to 14 boys. This is leftover stuff from the 5 to 9 boys. But if I need extra stuff, I might, I can fiddle through here. There's some slinkies and, bouncy balls. Things would be appropriate. I probably wouldn't get the plastic animals to them because I have plenty of Lego type things for these boys. So I'm going to go through here and make some piles on the bed to get ready for these 6 boxes. Okay, I have all 6 piles ready. And then I'm fixing to sit down and see what I can put in there. But all of them have a Lego, $3 Lego set. It's either the car or one of these cities. I got a bunch of them. So that's kind of the wow item. They also have another neat little wow item. Everybody has a little Nerf gun. It's a smaller size. That one. They have a pair of underwear. Got a yo-yo. Some type of tool, pliers or wrench type thing. A small stuffed animal. We got some socks. We got the little nail kit. This one has bungee cords because I ran out of these. Some of the other ones had that cord. It was at Dollar Tree. Let's see, we've got socks. We got a fun little blower. Back to the pencil pack. A set of dominoes. A small ball. Uno. Uno is very popular in Africa, and most of mine go to Africa, so hopefully the little cards will be good as well. As a big pack, a little Rubik's Cube. There's the hygiene kit again, the notebook. Oh, 2 Matchbox Hot Wheels type cars, and a measuring tape measure. So every box has that basically type thing, maybe a small variety depending on the type. And now I'm going to see how it goes in a box. Okay, I prepped all my boxes a few minutes ago. I knew I was going to do 10 more, so I went ahead and folded them all. And I went ahead and put my label on there for my 10 to 14 boys. And then I put some Jesus Loves Me, Jesus Loves You stickers there and there. And on the inside, I put one right there and our note at the bottom. So it's ready. The little Jesus Loves You stickers are kind of just decorative and also sort of like to help the processing center because I've worked there a couple of years now. And when you get a cart in a box and you open them up, a carton of boxes, and you start checking the shoe boxes, if you get a bunch from the same group, you can kind of tell pretty quick. And so that might help people say, hey, these are all from the same people, because you can get a feel for them. You're like, yeah, I know these, are pretty good because they're like well packed, and got the right stuff. So anyway, but it's also decorative and blessing for the kid. Something else that I just remembered are these little notebooks that I make with copy paper in them. And a sticker sheet on the inside and with a little pocket. So I'm adding that to the bottom of the boxes. Okay, so I got the first one packed and I'll show you how it all fit in. I just used these 2 rubber bands. I don't use that other giant kind because this really does fine for me. All right, take those off, open it up, and here it all is. It made it. Now I do put the ruler on top half the time and just tape it up there because usually I forget to put it at the bottom. And there, if you need more room, the lid is a little bit bigger than the bottom. Okay, there's the spiral notebook. So we got that in there. And then on top, I did have to undo the socks and the underwear. So I just unrubber banded it and put the rubber band in the box because the kids like the rubber bands just fine. And that's what they do at the processing center. When they take those rubber bands off, they go in the box. So his little stuffed animal fit right there. Cute little guy. Then all this stuff fit. Here's the Rubik's Cube. The tape measure. The little pliers. The yo-yo. The whistle. Let's see. There's the little cars fit in there. We got the 2 cars. We got the little Nerf gun right here. Fit on the side. These things, Lego sets, I did take them out of the boxes and cut them to fit better in here and put them in a package. And I will do that on the rest of them too so I can get more stuff. Now at church, I do have a lot of these for our packing party. This size or the smaller size, the $1.25 size. And it's up to people if they want to cut it and all that. But just getting this, it'll still be a good box. There'll be plenty of stuff to go in a box. But for mine, I did move it to the Ziploc. And then you have the hygiene kit tucked in the back. There's the Uno deck right on top of the rope, and which is on top of the pencil pack with the dominoes, and then the little notebook. And there's my letter and the extra rubber bands from the other things. So I'm going to work on getting all these other boxes done and put them over in my done pile. So that's how it's going to all fit. Okay, so I finished the other 10 boxes I need to do today for the boys 10 to 14. And that is my pile right now that I need to take up to church. All right, so I got those done, and I'm glad that project is finished for now. It did take longer to do these 10 to 14-year-old boxes because I did take those Lego sets out of the bags and put them into Ziploc bags so I could fit more stuff in there. But I still got a lot done today, and I'm glad I got it done. And I still have plenty of leftovers to use for, filler for other boxes that may need it as I go through the 2 to 4s and stuff like that, and things I can take up to church to help with those boxes. So anyway, I hope you're having a good day and enjoying packing shoe boxes for Operation Christmas Child. And remember, no matter how many boxes you pack, 1 or 100, every box matters. Hey, welcome back. Just a little afterthought that I had. When I was showing you the living room and my little coffee table with the ribbons and stuff, you may have noticed a roll of toilet paper on the table. Well, this is, in my house, it takes the place of Kleenex. This way we don't have to buy something extra. You can just grab a roll and take it anywhere. When I was in high school, I worked at a daycare, and this is what we'd used. We took these outside, just grab a roll of toilet paper, take them outside, wipe a kid's nose, and you put the tissue in the middle. So that's our little what we do, little trick there. So now you know.